Once upon a time, when I was a very small boy, I actually wasn't quite a small boy, I was quite a large boy. I was a large boy. On a side note, in year 3, I weighed more than the principal. So once upon a time, when I was a kid, I was a large boy, and I had a very large bottom. And this is a story of how I got a very large splinter caught in my bottom. So when I was in year 1 or 2, I went to St. Joseph's. And at St. Joseph's, there were other children there, to my dismay, because they were all very confusing and noisy, and I didn't know quite what to do with them. So I used to spend my time sliding up and down the certain chairs that were around the quadrangle. So one fateful Tuesday, I was sitting down by myself. One fateful excuse me. Stay still. Anyway, the story continues when I get my thoughts organized. So I'll see you next year. I was sitting on this bench. Now, St. Joseph's Primary School, I was in year 1 or 2, I'm not quite sure which one. I had my rather large derriere on one of these planked boards, and then I was sliding up and down them with my large bottom, and a small splinter, I thought, went into the side of one of my buttocks. Probably the left one, I think. And then for the next few days, I was like, I've got a sore bottom, and I had trouble sitting down. And then whilst we were watching TV, my good mother, my dear, beautiful mother, she said, "Why are you sitting so funny?" I was sitting sideways whilst watching the TV. And I said, no, nothing, it's just I'm sitting funny, it's fine. And then I think the next day, it was like 2 days later, I went to Mum and I pulled on her shirt and I said, "Mum, I have to tell you something." And then I whispered in her ear that I got a splinter in my bottom. I remember she laughed and it was funny. But... Exactly, it was in my buttocks. I lied down on the bed and my mother came over with a large excavator and she removed said splinter from my buttock. And I remember feeling it come out of my skin and it hurt a lot. And in my memory, it was, you can see my memory in my eyes just now? In my memory, it was a huge splinter, but I think it was only quite small. But I wasn't that small. I mean, I was quite large when I was a child. But anyway, that's the end of that story. Thank you for listening to this wonderful story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great day. I washed my beard today. But thank you so much for watching. Stay kind, be curious. Remember your tagline, because I don't. And stay awesome. Cassandra has come to visit me in the cubby house. Do you want to tell us a short story? It's just, you're so short. So I'll stand up straight, okay? And then we'll see how tall and short you are. Are you ready?
You're not short.
Bye, Cass. Excuse me, it is dying. It's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. This is exciting. I just realized that I will see you tomorrow. I mean, I'll see a tiny round little circle. My eyes are watering. I'm just so excited about seeing you tomorrow. Whew. Oh, and also thank you to everybody with the kind wishes from yesterday. I appreciate it so much, and I'm definitely going to make it, just like Brandon in his car 15 years ago. Just gotta keep this in check. Not checkmate. Check. Like chess, you know. I don't know. But there's... If you were one of the chess pieces, which chess piece would you like to be? I would like to be the knight, just because it's the only chess piece in a traditional chessboard that looks cool. I always thought that when I was a kid playing with Dad's chess set. And like the queen is kind of cool and the king is kind of cool. The horse, it looks like a horse and it has like a little head in it. It was called a knight, which is weird because the knight is the person who rides the horse. I'll stop rambling now. I promise. I just realized that this wisteria is full of bees. And guess who's allergic to bees? Can you see any bees? Oh, I saw a bee. Oh, no. That was terrifying because it's all wet. So all the bees were flying around and it felt like the drops were the bees landing on my head.